Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you all the products that I have been loving in the month of March. Okay, I know I say this every single favorites video, but it's April. Are you kidding me? I just feel like that's insane. The year is just flying by. So I actually have quite a few things, and I have obviously makeup things, but I also have a couple skincare things to share with you and like a couple lifestyle things to share with you as well. So I'm really excited. Before we get into this video, I wanted to kind of make a disclaimer on this favorites video because these are obviously all products that I have been enjoying over the past month. Since last month, there has been a lot that has changed in the world, and so things are different. Things are up in the air for a lot of us. So I just want to remind you guys that when I share products with you, please don't feel pressured to run out and buy them immediately. If you are not in a position to do so, or if you have other priorities right now, these are always going to be around. So what I like to do in certain situations where I feel like it's not the right time to purchase something, you can always just put things on a wish list if it's something that really, speaks to you or whatever, and just wait on it. It doesn't have to be something that you run out and buy right this moment, because I know so many of us are going through a lot. And so I just wanted to kind of put that disclaimer out there. On top of these new products that I've been enjoying, I kid you not, I have been thoroughly enjoying reaching back into the collection that I already have. I have been rediscovering so many products and enjoying so much there, and I feel like that's important to remember. So I just wanted to say that. So earlier this month, I tried a bunch of stuff from Revlon, and these two products have stuck in my routine ever since I filmed that video. There's a lot that I really enjoyed from that video, but I can't get enough of these two products. I bet you guys can probably guess if you've been watching my videos recently. The first one is this right here. It's the Revlon Skin Lights Prismatic Bronzer. This is in the shade 110 Sunlit Glow. It is the only bronzer that I have on my skin today. The thing I love about this is first of all, the packaging is really beautiful. The product in the pan is really beautiful as well, but it has a little bit more of a baked formula, and it has a bit of a gold sheen to it. So it really makes the skin look healthy while adding warmth and definition. So I find myself using this on days where I want the skin to be the focal point. I want really healthy, glowy looking skin. This is what I've been reaching for every single day. Sometimes if I want to use a product that's more matte or more of a cool tone for like contouring, I will layer this on top for just that added glow. It is my favorite. I love this formula, and it's from the drugstore as well, which makes it that much better. The other product that I've been using is also in the Skin Lights line from Revlon. It's the Skin Lights Prismatic Highlighter. Now this one is in the shade 201 Daybreak Glimmer. This is so pretty, you guys. It's a very true golden champagne shade. It's really difficult for me to find like a good golden highlighter, especially from the drugstore, that works on my skin tone. I'm wearing this on my face today, and I just feel like it really does add an intense kind of golden glow to the skin without looking too yellowy, which I feel like is what I tend to struggle with when it comes to like a golden highlighter for my skin tone again. But I just love this. I wear it all the time. These two are a match made in heaven if you want that really beautiful lit from within skin that's going to look natural. And also these formulas are both baked, so that means that it's going to be a little bit more buildable. So even if you have more of a heavy hand, you really can't mess up with these products. So these are definitely two of my very, very favorite products from this past month, and I will definitely be continuing to use those throughout this month as well. Okay, before I forget to mention this again, I've had this on my list of things to put in a favorites video for like 3 months now, and I keep forgetting, so I'm gonna put this in here before I forget again. I have been loving these sponges from Nakia Joy Cosmetics. She's a YouTuber here on YouTube, obviously, but she also has her own makeup line. I'm obsessed with so many of her products, but these sponges are so good, you guys. I really wanted to give them a shout out in this video because I gravitate toward these and use these a ton. They're really high quality. They have just the right amount of bounce. I feel like they work really well. So if you're in the market for a new sponge, I wanted to make sure to mention this because I've been using this for, like probably over 3 or 4 months now, and I just haven't put it in a favorites video yet. So here it is. I love these sponges. I used it today to do my makeup, and it's just so good. So last month, Persona Cosmetics launched new super blushes. So this is a new product for Persona, and I have been loving these, you guys. There are two blushes. One is in the shade Caramel. It's more of like a mauve-y tone. You can see how much I've used these already, and they're pretty new in my collection since they're brand new launches, obviously. The other shade is called Georgia. So in my Easy Everyday Spring video, I used Caramel. Today I used Georgia, which is the peachy tone, and I have that all over the cheeks. I also used it as eyeshadow. So besides the sparkly thing, which I'll get to in a second, everything on my eyes is this blush. It's so insanely pigmented, so a little bit goes a very long way, but it's a very buttery formula that glides onto the skin, blends out like a dream. It lasts all day on my skin. They're just such good blushes, and I'm a blush freak, so I feel like I can never have too many blushes. And these two colors are incredible. I feel like they're definitely two colors that I tend to reach for on a daily basis, so I wanted to make sure to share those with you. But yeah, I definitely get a lot of use out of them because they're so pigmented. I like to use them as eyeshadow as well. So any product where I can use them in multiple ways and they work well and blend out, you know, in a different place on the face, I always feel like are worth every penny because you can use them in multiple ways and get your money's worth. And I don't know, it just creates a really beautiful monochromatic look when you're able to use a product on the eyes and on the cheeks. So I love these. I wanted to make sure to mention them. I've been using them nonstop. Okay, I'm kind of hopping around a little bit here. I have two concealers that I wanted to share with you guys. I feel like this has been the season of concealers. There have been so many concealers that have launched, so many that have intrigued me. And so I've tried to like buy only, you know, one at a time because I feel like I tend to do that. I tend to buy a lot of the same products, especially when it comes to like complexion products or lip products. So I wanted to try these out for a while before talking about them, and I love both of these concealers a lot. So the first one is the Hourglass Vanish Concealer. This is an incredible concealer that just really wears well throughout the day. It doesn't crease underneath the eyes. It's really kind of a fluid, like, I don't know if runny is the right word, but it is a little bit more of like a liquidy consistency, where other concealers, for example, like the Tarte Shape Tape, that's more of a moussey consistency. So this blends out really well, but you don't miss the coverage. I feel like a lot of times when it comes to a more fluid concealer, sometimes that means that it has a more sheer coverage. That's not the case with these. I feel like they blend out beautifully, and it really is so skin-like. I use these under the eyes and also over blemishes. My favorite shade to use is the shade Silk because it has a bit of a pinky undertone. So for me, for brightening the center of the face, it looks really nice on my skin tone. So I wanted to mention that. The second concealer that I recently purchased that I have been loving equally is from Pat McGrath. I actually haven't tried too many of the complexion products from Pat McGrath. I do buy her eyeshadows. There are certain eyeshadow palettes that I just collect, and they are definitely an investment, but I personally really enjoy collecting makeup, so I do own a couple of her eyeshadow palettes. But this is one of the first complexion products, if not the first complexion product I've ever bought from Pat McGrath, and I love it. So this formula is a little bit more of that moussey formula. It's kind of in between. It's a little bit thicker than the Hourglass, but thinner than Tarte Shape Tape. So there's the same kind of idea here as far as the coverage that it gives. It's beautiful on the skin. It lasts very well on my skin. It doesn't crease on me. This is actually the concealer that I chose to wear today in the T-zone and also over blemishes. I wear the shade L5 in this. It does have a little bit more of a yellowy undertone than the Hourglass one, but I feel like it's a good match for me anyway, and I really have been enjoying both of those concealers. They're just good. This one is a really, really good concealer as well. I don't feel like you need both of these concealers, but for some reason, I love to try out all the new complexion products. So these are two amazing high-end concealers that I have been loving right now. All right, moving on to the eyes. So I have a ColourPop product that I have been loving. This is what you see on my eyelids. I tried this out with the Mauve collection, which I loved so many things in that Mauve collection. If you didn't see my review video of that collection, I will have it linked down below. But in this video, I really tried to just kind of narrow it down to things that I have been using over and over and over again. I still love everything. I can't wait to keep using those things, but this is the thing out of the collection that stood out the most. It's a Super Shock shadow. This is in the shade Day Trippin', and it's just such a good eye topper. It's my favorite kind of iridescent unicorn sparkle stuff that I love in almost every product that has this kind of a vibe. You guys probably know that by now. This is so easy to just take your finger and press it onto the eyelid and you have a complete eye look. I mean, that's the case with so many of these Super Shock shadows, so I wanted to mention that. Literally all I have on the eyes is this peachy blush and this, which I feel like is kind of a fun combo, doing something a little more warm toned with something a little more cool toned and mixing it on the eyes. I love how the eye look turned out, so that's what I have on the eyes and I'm loving it. Okay, this next thing I've been trying out for months now, and I can finally tell you guys about it because it's finally for sale. So Thrive Cosmetics actually let me try this in a lab sample for the past few months, but they just recently sent this out in PR, so this is the packaging of it. You guys are probably familiar with their Liquid Lash Extensions mascara. It is iconic. It is one of my favorites. There's just always a time and place for Thrive Cosmetics mascara. I use it almost daily, and I also travel with it every time I travel. So anyway, they came out with a new shade. This is the shade Crystal. It's a brown black. And it's what I have on the eyes right now. This is a very dark brown, so you're still gonna get nice definition on the lashes, but it's not as intense as the black mascara. I feel like you have to kind of see them side by side to understand, but I will show you on this wand. So as you can see, the wand is black and there's the tone of the brown mascara. So you can tell up against black that it is a brown, but on the eyes, it is dark enough to kind of give that definition, but it's like a soft definition, which I love. I have been also putting like the original color. Where is it? Oh, right here. So I've been putting the black shade on the top a lot and then doing the black brown on the lower lashes. Or of course, today I have it both on the top and bottom lashes and it looks great. So I'm really excited that that's finally launched because the color is so good. And if you're a fan of the original, you are gonna love the new color. It's just really fun and it adds a new option to the effect that you want with your lashes. It's still the same amazing formula. So if you're a fan of the formula, I know you'll love the new color as well. Okay, what is next? I've got some lip products. I was just gonna talk about one of these new products from Buxom. So Buxom recently launched some brunch inspired full-on lip creams, and you guys, they are so good. I still have the deepest shade over there. I haven't tried it yet, but I've tried the 3 lighter shades, and I would have to say if I had to choose between all 4 and just pick one, I would definitely choose this one right here. This is called Irish Coffee. It's just the best kind of milky caramel. Sorry if that was a little bit loud. Let me swatch it for you so you can see what I'm talking about. Oh, this is just the best color. And you guys are probably already familiar with this formula. It's an incredible plumping formula. It's not like a painful plumping kind of a gloss. It's just refreshing. I don't know, it's incredible. So here's the Irish Coffee shade on my hand. It's just, you guys, it is so pretty. I love to wear this on top of lip liners. I've even worn it by itself. It's such a good shade. It's so good. It's got that peachy undertone, but it's caramely. So I love to wear this when I have more of like a caramely eye look on, like more of a brownish smoky eye. This is a great lip color for that. I have also been enjoying these two though because they're pink and purple and I love those kinds of colors. I'll swatch them for you as well. We have Melon Mimosa. This is beautiful. I have been wearing this actually on more no makeup days where I just need my lips to have some sort of a color to it, but I don't want it to like be overpowering. This has a really beautiful pinky rose undertone that brings life to the face, but it's not too much. So there's the pink one right next to it. And then this color at first, I wasn't sure if I would like it or not. This is called Frosé. Just because it's a very unique lavendery color, but it actually looks really cool on the lips. And it is something that I would pair with an eye look that's kind of like this, which you guys know I wear all the time. But I don't wear this one as frequently because I feel like there's a time and a place for this color. But there's that one right there. So there's all 3 of those colors. Again, if I had to choose one, I would start with this one, and then my second favorite is this one, and my third favorite is this one. All 3 are beautiful though. The formula is great. These ones are limited edition, which I'm kind of sad about because they're such good shades, but I wanted to make sure to share those with you anyway. Next up, I have been really enjoying this from Natasha De Nonna. This is the Lip Euphoria. What's this called? Gloss and Balm. This was sent to me a while back and I have just barely been getting into it. So this is a really pretty kind of taupey gloss. Again, I feel like there's certain situations where it just makes sense to use this gloss. This has a really beautiful like minty smell and flavor, so it makes your lips feel really fresh and hydrated and a little bit tingly, not as tingly as the Buxom ones. There's that one right there. You'll see how this is a little bit more opaque, so a little bit does go a long way. But I love this because it doesn't feel sticky on the lips, but it has great coverage and it just looks so pretty over top of so many other lip liners. I was actually wearing this in the video where I was doing my sister's makeup. I got so many compliments on my makeup in that video and I'm debating whether I should film it or not. Let me know if you guys would like to see that. I will film it for you if you want to see it. Or I was also thinking maybe I would do like an Instagram story of the look. I don't know. Let me know what you guys would want. But I wore the Patrick Ta lip liner in the shade She's Proud with this, and I loved the combo. It was just really good for that kind of muted taupey mauve look that I had on the eyes and on the cheeks. So I wanted to make sure to shout this out too. It's a really beautiful formula. This is kind of a repeat product because I did mention this in my January favorites, I believe, but I can't get enough of it. It's actually what I'm wearing on my lips right now. I don't have a lip liner on. I don't have a lipstick on. I wanted to show you guys what this looks like by itself. I can't get enough of this. I've already talked about it before, but I have to mention it again because I'm in love with it all over again. This is the Bobbi Brown Crushed Oil Infused Gloss, and the shade is New Romantic, and it is my go-to balmy gloss product. This has lived in my purse since I talked about it in January, you guys. I take it with me everywhere. It just, it's so good. It doesn't feel sticky. It hydrates the lips. It looks amazing. Here's what it looks like next to the Natasha De Nonna color. It is so good, you guys. I had to mention it again. That whole crushed oil infused gloss line has a ton of great shades, but I do feel like I use this one the most. I use a couple of them a lot, but I wanted to make sure to mention that. Okay, so that's it for makeup. Let's move into skincare, and then I have a body item, and then I have a lifestyle item. So when it comes to skincare, I usually like to use them several times before bringing them into a favorites video because I'm very picky with my skincare. However, I do have favorite brands that I tend to gravitate toward. So there is one product that I just barely tried this month, but I've been loving it. Actually, two of the products are pretty recent, but I've been seeing results and I am obsessed with these, you guys. So let's start off with this right here. So this is something that I've been trying for probably 2 to 3 months. I can't remember when this launched, but I've been trying it for a while. This is the Drunk Elephant F-Bomb Electrolyte Water Facial. So what this is it's an overnight hydrating face mask. I have found that I enjoy it during the daytime as well. I live in a very dry climate. I don't feel like it's heavy for me and my skin. So I have been using it on top of my moisturizer if I feel like my skin is especially dry, and it's really amazing. The thing I love about this is, first of all, like I said, it's not very heavy. You put this on after you've applied every step in your skincare routine. You can even apply it over top of an oil if you wear oils at night. I do personally. I love the ingredients that are in here. The main ingredient that I'm loving in this is niacinamide. I have found that my skin loves niacinamide to calm redness and also to lighten pigmentation. So this is like a brightening yet hydrating facial, and I use this a ton, like so much, almost every night. I love to use overnight face masks. There's another one that's more recent to me that I'm going to share next that I love equally, and it's kind of similar in what it does for your skin, but both formulas are beautiful and I'm loving them both. So I wanted to make sure to mention this. Again, this is something I've been using for several months and I am obsessed with it. Okay, the next product, I was not planning on buying another hydrating sleeping mask until I saw the reviews of this online last month, and I picked this up, and this is such a beautiful mask. It's very lightweight as well, I would say. Actually, the feel of the products are kind of similar in both of these products, but I do notice different things and I use them for different things, but they are very similar. I picked this up, you guys. This is the Laneige Cica, I think that's how you say it. This is the sleeping mask, and it is so good, you guys. This is so good. I love the way it smells. It doesn't have a fragrance to it. It just smells like delicious natural goodness. This is amazing for hydrating again and also for brightening the skin. This is such an incredible hypoallergenic replenishing mask. So if you're somebody who has very sensitive skin, you would love this. It calms redness. So again, anytime that I feel like my skin's acting up, or maybe I tried a product that my skin didn't like, I wear this and it calms the skin and it brightens it, you guys. It is so good. Both these products, amazing for hydrating and brightening. They're both at different price points, even though they are both high end. You get a little more product in here, and this one is more affordable actually. I stand behind either, so it just depends on like your preference. You can definitely go on like Sephora and compare the two and see which one you would like better if you're interested in these kinds of products. But this is so good, you guys. This has a really nice, light, almost whipped watery gel texture, but again, it's so hydrating. It's beautiful. I'm obsessed with it. I use it in the same way that I use the F-Bomb mask, where I put it on very last in my nighttime routine, and I have been actually using this during the daytime as well. I don't know, I just love what it does. So in my mind, you know, the longer I can have these products sitting on my skin, the better, and I feel like they really are working. All right, next up I have a new product from my favorite cleanser brand. This is from Holy Frog. I've talked about them several times. You guys, it's such a good brand. I use their cleansers every single day, and they launched this one earlier this month. This is the new Holy Frog Como Poppy Renewal Scrubby Wash. So this is more of a physical exfoliating wash. This is something that I use probably 1 to 2 times a week, and I have been preferring to actually mix it in with the other Holy Frog cleansers because I feel like it gives me even more added benefits. So I've been using the Shasta AHA wash at night. That one is so good, you guys. And it's really nice because the Shasta cleanser has chemical exfoliant exfoliators, so it's going to kind of eat at the dead skin, where this one is going to kind of gently buff off the dead skin. So when you put them together, you have baby soft skin and your products absorb a little bit more. Again, I don't use this daily because a physical exfoliator can irritate the skin if you're too harsh with it. I let the product do the work, so I put a little dollop into probably like 1 pump of the cleanser. I mix them together and I lightly exfoliate the skin, rinse it off, and it's amazing. I love this, you guys. The formula is beautiful. You obviously can use it by itself if you would like to. Physical exfoliating products like this are also great to use before you use any sort of a face mask, as long as the face mask isn't too intense. So if you have like a hydrating mask, for example, I always love to exfoliate a little bit just to make sure, again, that the product I put on next can really go deep into the skin. So I love this, and Holy Frog has done it again. It is so good. All right, I've got 2 more things left. This is such an incredible product, you guys. I wish there was so much more in this because I feel like I am going to go through it so fast. But this is from Frank Body. A lot of you may have heard about them on my channel. I talk about them quite a bit. They are known for like their coffee body scrubs, but this is different and this is good. This is their new In Your Dreams Sleep Scrub and Soak. So I just keep this right next to my bathtub, and how you use this is you take it in like handfuls, you scrub it all over your body. It has beautiful oils in it, and it also smells like lavender and chamomile. So when I'm taking a bath at night, I have been so obsessed with this. I actually used it last night and my skin is so soft still the next morning. It's amazing. So you take a handful, you scrub your body with it, and you can just rinse it off in the bath, and it doubles as a soak. So you can actually take another handful if you want to and just use it as a bath soak as well, but I'll just let whatever I use on my body kind of sit in the tub, and it works as a soak as well. And it is such an incredible, beautiful product that really relaxes me at night. Especially recently, I feel like staying at home, it's really important to kind of take time for yourself and rejuvenate, and so this has been an amazing product that I have been obsessed with. Again, I do wish there was more in here because I feel like it's easy to use quite a bit if you're using it as both a scrub and a soak, but I wanted to mention this because if you need a little pampering, you need to try this out. It's an amazing product. Okay, last but not least, I actually have a candle to share with you guys. This is an amazing scent. I am somebody who loves candles, but I'm also very picky when it comes to candles, and I can't stop using this one. So I actually picked this up from McGee & Co., which is one of my favorite home decor companies. They actually do like interior design, but they also have an online store, and they have a store in California, which I actually visited probably about a month ago now. And they were burning this in the store. And immediately when I walked in, I was like, what is that smell? I need whatever scent that is. And it was this candle. So again, this is from McGee & Co. This is their citrus and birch candle. It's kind of like washed out on here. And I've been using it quite a bit. This is such a wonderful, fresh yet warm scent, and oh my gosh, you guys, it smells so good. I love the way that this burns. It's not too strong, but it's strong enough to where you're like, what is that? It smells amazing. This does not give me a headache. It is just the perfect amount of fragrance. Like I cannot even say enough good things about it. So if you're somebody who wants to kind of, feel good while you're at home, these 2 things, they will make your life so much better. So I will have this link down below. I believe that they have these on their website online, so you need to check it out. It's worth every penny. This might be like my new favorite scent. I'm so obsessed with it. Alright you guys, so that's it. That completes my March favorites video. I definitely had a lot more than I did last month, but that's just how these videos go. I feel like, some months I have 2 things that I've been loving and other months I have 20. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. As always, I would love to know what you've been loving this month, so feel free to comment that down below. If you're new here, hi, my name is Allie, and I would love for you to join the family. You can do so by hitting the subscribe button. And if you're already a subscriber but you want to be notified on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, click on the bell after you subscribe, and you'll get a notification every single time I post. I love you all. I truly hope that you're doing well, and I hope that you're staying safe and staying healthy. And I will see you all in my next video. Love you. Bye.